Master and Toastmaster guests, good evening.
Evening.
Good evening. Stay motivated. Stay motivated. Do you know how important it is to stay motivated? Motivation is one of the key elements of living. I cannot think of any situation where motivation was not a factor in preparation, recuperation, or restoration. It is the difference between waking up in the morning and hitting the pavement or just lazing around all day long. I can remember a situation whereas we were going to visit one of the deacons at my church. And on our way, we knew that he was very sick and he was bedridden and that he had a lot of difficulty. His wife had contacted the church and said she wanted someone to come visit him. So we went to visit him. From the time we walked in that room, in his bedroom, all he was talking about was how God was going to heal him, how he was going to get up and he would be back at that church on the front row, just being as active as he was. And the whole time we was talking to him, that's all he had to say. I mean, he was just so optimistic. It was just unbelievable. But to look at his condition, it was almost like we didn't want to take the hope away, but it seems kind of rare that he was going to get up. But about 3 months later, who did we see on the front row of that church? Shouting and praising God, running the aisles and happy. It was just unbelievable. Why? The source and the fact that he was motivated. A writer gave a quote, "For myself, I am optimistic. It does not seem to be much use to be anything else," by Sir Wilson. Gertrude Stein said, "We're always the same age. You cannot live a healthy life without being motivated." I was reminded, I personally love talking to older people because they have so much wisdom. You can learn so much from them. And I asked this 85-year-old lady one day, because she was just a good person. And I said, "What advice can you give me?" She said, "Jerry, keep on keeping on." I said, "Wow." She said, "Keep on keeping on." She said, maybe 30 days of her life, this is how she put it, exact words. She said, maybe 30 years, the devil may let her rest. But the rest of the time, she said, was always something going on, either with her health or with her family, her home or something, but it was always something going on. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. But what she said, keep on keeping on. You have to, we witness motivation all the time in competition, in sports, with families, in medical facilities, with friends, in many different areas. On our job, we see motivation all the time. Motivation will be difficult around negativity. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from negativity. Victory and defeats are one in your heart. Anybody can say anything and anybody can do anything, but that heart never lies. So if you give up in your heart, you're defeated. If you remain motivated in your heart, you have a chance for anything that you want in life. So you must keep your heart fixed on whatever you go. Never let anybody change your heart, because that's where your victory and defeats are actually won. I don't know anybody, I normally don't watch karate movies, but this Karate Kid movie, it left an impression on me. They had this trainer, the trainer was a Chinese trainer, was training the Karate Kid to fight. And the Karate Kid, followed the trainer and, became very, very good. But it was this one guy who was running around, a bully, beating up everybody, and telling everybody that I'm the master. And the trainer of the Karate Kid said, you're trained and you're ready to fight. But it's one thing that you have to learn. The Karate Kid said, was just looking at him. But he didn't tell him what that one thing was. But he says, one thing you have to learn. One thing I cannot train you on. But anyway, he went out and ended up getting in a fight with this guy that said he was the master. He was beating everybody. And he just beat the Karate Kid to part. He pressed him down. He kept telling us, I'm the master. I'm the master. And Karate Kid was so hurt that he thought he was ready to fight this guy, but he couldn't. He was no contest for this guy. He went back to his trainer and told him, say, I need to be trained. You need to work on me some more. You need to show me some different. He said, I didn't train you all that I can. Everything I taught you, I can't teach you anymore. It's just one thing that you have to learn yourself. So the Karate Kid was puzzled. He just knew he could not beat this guy. But anyway, ended up, he get back in a fight with the guy again. And the guy just was beating him and had him down and said, I'm the master, and I'm the master. You know how these movies, he had this globe come over him. And when this globe came over him, he said, no, I'm the master. And he jumped up and he pushed the guy off him, and next thing you know, he was just beating this guy in the wall. He was beating him. No, I'm the master. The reason why he was able to be, because he believed in his heart that he was the master. It turns sometimes to turn your whole life around. You have to believe that you're greater than who you really are. So now, he's the master. He's walking around. He's beating up everybody because he said he's the master. So sometimes you have to believe in yourself and who the master is. And at the very, very end, motivation will make you proud of yourself in the end. When you have done all you could do and fought a good fight and you're on your last leg, motivation may be that one factor that gets you over the hump. I remember when I was a little boy and I took my father to the baseball game. I couldn't see us. Do you pick up anything? No. Okay. Okay. But anyway, my father, I was 9 years old and my father went to my first baseball game as a little league. And I'm just so excited that my father's there and I want to show him how well I could play and how well I could hit and everything like that. And I got up to the plate. I said, I'm going to hit a home run for my father. I'm motivated. I want him to see his son hit a home run. And I stood there, and the ball, pitching through the ball was like a little low. I mean, I thought it was low. But anyway, the umpire didn't think it was low. The umpire said, strike one. I said, okay, all right. I'm standing up again. I'm sitting up there. I said, okay, I can strike one. Then he pitched the ball. To me, it was high. And I'm standing in the back because I didn't want to swing at a bad pitch, but I want to wait for the right pitch. And I'm standing there, and I thought it was high. Umpire didn't think it was high. He said, strike two. I said, oh, God, I got 2 strikes and no balls, And then I said, well, I still didn't want to swing at a bad pitch. So I just stood there again, waited. Balls looked like they was on the outside of the plate. And I stood there. I wouldn't even want to reach at it because I want to hit a home run. He said, strike 3, you out of there. I was like, oh, shoot. My father, see me strike out. It was like, I was so disappointed in myself that I didn't get to hit a home run. So anyway, after the game and all, God had called my father and, I was telling him, Dad, did you see those pitches? They would not strike, they was ball. I was trying to make all these excuses. And he said, you know what? It wasn't a problem you striking out. The problem was you struck out without swinging the bat. He said, what disappointed me that you didn't swing the bat. He said, if you're going to strike out swinging. Don't just strike out with the bat on your shoulder. Stay motivated. If you're going to strike out swinging.